Hello and welcome back. In this video, we will learn about the transform CSS property. So let's go to the documentation on MDN. Here it is. So now, as you can see, the transform CSS property lets you rotate, scale, skew, or translate an element. It modifies the coordinate space of the CSS visual formatting model. Okay. So here inside of the MDN documentation, we have a bunch of examples which you can see, and there are a bunch of things. But in this video, we will be covering the translate property. Also, we have the translateX and the translateY property as well. So we will cover all of them. Okay. So what I'll do, I will go here and here, let's open up with live server. And here what I'll do, I'll go to localhost 5500. So we have this button, right? This button. So what I'll do here, I will get rid of this button altogether and I will create some boxes. So dot box. Okay. All right. And the second one, let's add a class name of second. All right. Now inside of the CSS, what I'll do, I'll get rid of everything. And here I'll do a box. I will select the box class and then I'll do a height of not 100, 200 pixel, width of 200 pixel. And I will do a background color of something like this cadet blue. Okay. And I will add a display of inline block. All right. Okay. Now I will select the second one. Okay. And here I will add a background color of our favorite one, blue violet. All right. If I just save that. So now here it is. So these are all of our boxes. So let me just add some contrast here. So let's do a brown color. Okay. Now it is more visible. Okay. Now I will open my DevTools as well. And just select this one. Okay. And have it here. All right. Now let's go to the code editor. And here for this particular box, what I'll do, I'll add the transform property. So transform of translateX. So we have the translateX, we have translateY, we have translateZ as well, we have translate3D as well, and we have the normal translate as well. So let's go with the translateX, and I can provide some sort of a pixel or the rem or any sort of a CSS unit value. Okay, so I will do something like 200 pixel, or let's do 400 pixel. Okay, hit save and go to the browser. Okay, all right, go to the browser, and now as you can see, there is this space, the blank space here, and our div with the class of second is moved to 400 pixel to the right. Okay, I can do something like negative 400 pixel as well. If I do that, then we can barely see our box. Okay, and also we can do something like translateY as well. And if I do that, then okay, everything is gone right now. So let me just, okay, because it is negative 400 pixel, so I have to add positive 400 pixel. There we go. Here is our box. Now you might be thinking, okay, what is the difference between adding a margin or a padding of this box, right? So what I'll do, I'll just comment it out, and if I do margin of, let's do margin left. Okay, margin left of 400 pixel. Now let's see what happens. If I do that, then our box is sliding all of the other boxes as well. So the whole layout gets shifted, which we do not want. If we do not want that, and most of the time while working with CSS transitions, we don't want to move the whole layout if we are animating something. So in that case, we want to use the translate property. Okay, so here what I can do something like translate as well, and inside of that we can pass two different values. The first one is for the X value, so let's do 100 pixel, and for the second one it is the Y value. Let's do 250 pixel. Okay, hit save, and if we do that, then our box is currently here. Okay, so there we go. So this is the transform translate property which we have learned. And if we go to the documentation on the MDN, as you can see, the documentation is quite good, and we have a bunch of things here. Like we can rotate, we can do translate, which we just saw, right? We can do scale as well, and so on and so forth, which we will cover in the upcoming video. Okay, so in this video, the main takeaway is, yes, we have the transformed CSS property, and here if we use something like translate, then our layout is not getting shifted. Without shifting our layout, we can position the element inside of our web page. Okay, and it is quite different from the position, absolute, and so on and so forth, which what we have seen so far, right? Those CSS properties will shift the whole layout, but this transform translate property is not shifting the layouts, right? All right, so this is the transform translate property in CSS.